crazy game. SKT come out on top as expected, but exciting to say the least. Before we even try and break this one down, I just want to say there's no shortage of action in the early game. So let's go ahead and take a trip down memory lane here, brought to you by Ace. Let's take a look at this back and forth.
I mean, ultimately, what we learned today is you're going to just see a B-roll of carnage after carnage, is that the Gigabyte Marines will drag anyone down to their level, but unfortunately for them, SKT will beat them because they're better.
And SKT definitely opted into the crazy. It felt like solo queue at times, early Medjais for Faker, action all across the Rift. You wondered, okay, how will SKT deal with the relentless aggression of the Gigabyte Marines? Well, they played their control style. No, they wanted to come in. They wanted to make the flashy plays. You have to feel like SKT, 5 members are smiling, and Coma somewhere is seriously furious at this game where 37 kills in 27 minutes in an SKT game. They are not known for kill a minute in the LCK, and certainly not with SKT, but it seemed like the boys were having fun on the Rift.
To be fair, they're not known for that in the super serious games, but they are known for being willing to match the starter playstyle anytime someone wants to have a fun game in an international tournament. You know, the former wildcard teams, when they would play against SKT, you see a lot of games like this where Faker is willing to play something fun. You know, their laners are willing to play something fun, and they're willing to have just a brawl.
No, and that, honestly, that is part of what makes this game so exciting, is being able to see SKT take that moment to show us those mechanics, because we heard the casters talking about it. This team kind of operates on a different strategic level from everyone else, and we know that they can live there in that high-level strategic place. But it's fun every once in a while to see Peanut on Lee Sin just making crazy things happen.
And I'm just used to it being the art house film with SKT, where you sit back and you look and you're like, oh, it all saunters over you. But this was the popcorn film. This was the Pirates of the Caribbean moment here, where they just decide to brawl, the action everywhere. I don't know who the heroes or the villains were, but it was fun. It was certainly fun.
Yeah, and within all of that, I will say, once again, if we're going to commend the Gigabytes for anything, as you mentioned, it's the fact that they're not scared of anyone.
Nope.
Right? And we've said this with, teams in the past as they come in as underdogs. All right, I don't think anyone expects this team to run the table and take the tournament. No. But the least, or rather the most we can ask of them, I misspoke, the most we can ask them is that they come out and they just give it 100% against every squad. And that's what they did here. They did push SKT to limits individually and mechanically within all of those skirmishes.
I mean, at the end of today, there is still definitely hope and expectation that they could be a top 4 team at this event and have a pool 1 seed for the GPL, something that, 3 weeks ago, no one would take that seriously. And we're getting close to that moment because, okay, this was against SKT, but they go at the end of the day 1-1, and definitely one of the better performers on the day.
And I think it has a lot to do with kind of their volatile play style in general. Like, it's super exciting. Like, by the way, where's my close-up there? If you like these Carnage games, have I got a region for you? That aside, like, it's just so snowbally. So sometimes things just go sideways. You can be the better team on the day, but in a best of 1, these guys will mess you up.
Very much so. So, I mean, as SKT does come out on the day with that 2-0, they'll be confident moving forward that they have pretty solid control of the tournament. I mean, we mentioned they can be relatively slow starters, but this is not a slow start. It's not maybe a normal start for SKT, but it was fast as hell, I tell you that much.
I mean, you just had to listen to Huni talking in the interview with Shox earlier, how ridiculously confident he is, and I think that the team has a right to have that sort of confidence and almost arrogance, because they're so good, and they've been so good for so long that until someone shows them otherwise, I think there's no reason to believe they won't continue winning.
Well, SKT to 2-0, the Gigabyte Marines 1-1 on the day. That's going to do it for that series.